Hello, my name is Maulik Panchal, and as a part of our video project in material testing course, we have taken the experiment ultrasound non-destructive testing. The main purpose of this experiment is to know the how ultrasound entity process is carried out and to get the experiment of ultrasound non-destructive testing was conducted to know the internal defects in the workpiece through the principle of sound waves that reflects back when some defects are noted. The experiment provides us good knowledge on how the non-destructive testing is carried out for inspection of material. During our experiment, we were provided with two samples, one with visible holes and the other with invisible. Through the visible holes, we can clearly understand the concept of ultrasound entity and that we can apply with the sample of invisible holes. This testings work on the same principle of medical field where internal body problems are identified through X-ray, CT scan and many other similar tests. In the same manner, this test helps us to identify the internal defects of the parts with the any damage major materials and equipment that we are going to use in this experiments are sound test, ultrasonic sound tester, two aluminum samples, one with visible holes and the other one with invisible holes, and also some oil and gloves for that. Now, before entering the experiment, it is quite necessary to know few facts and few things about the ultrasonic sound testing is the process of identifying the internal defects in a part or workpiece through high frequency sound waves. It works on the basis of reflected waves and transmitted waves. The application of this test is not limited to engineering, but it has also its wide application in the field of medicine.
Hi, my name is Arush Sharma. I will tell you about how the ultrasound entity works. The major parts of this ultrasound tester are pulse receiver, transducer, and display unit where the results can be seen. The pulse receiver generates high voltage pulses and the transducer generates high frequency energy. The sound energy travels into the materials in the form of waves, and as soon as it finds some defects in the material, some parts of energy gets reflected back. This reflected energy is received by the transducer in the form of electrical signal and the results are displayed on the screen. This results received gives information on the types of defects, its size and location. There are many and different types of entities which I'll tell you about. Like first one is the magnetic particle inspection, second one is fluorescent penetrant inspection, third one is radiography, and fourth one is eddy current inspection, and the fifth one is visual inspection. Now I would like to give a detailed, little bit description of all these uh, magnetic theories. First one is magnetic particle inspection. In this process, the part to be inspected is magnetized, and iron particles are sprinkled in the on the part in dry or wet form. For any defects in the part, a leakage field will be generated which can be easily visualized through naked eyes. The second one is fluorescent penetrant inspection. In this process, the part is to be inspected is first cleaned thoroughly so that nothing hinders the process. After that, the penetrant material is applied to the part through spraying or brushing. This part is left for a few minutes to let the liquid enter the defects. The liquid that was sprayed is cleaned and the part is kept under appropriate light to detect the defects. The third one is radiography. In this process, mostly the X-rays technique is used on the part to be inspected. Here the beam produced by X-ray generator is projected towards the part and the rays that passes through the object in the detected from the object using a metal detector. The fourth one is eddy current inspection. I think it is the most important process. In the process, the principle of electromagnetism is used. Eddy currents are used to find the defects in the material. It is much useful in finding even minor cracks. This process is applied to the materials which is
Gurpreet
conducted
Singh,
in.
and today I'm gonna show you that how the ultrasonic tester works. So let's go. The ultrasonic tester has two main parts, the flow detector and the transducer. First of all, we put some oil on the surface of the aluminium box. It acts as a coupling material so that there is no air between the surface of the box and the transducer. Now we move the transducer on the surface of the box and make sure that you apply a constant pressure and note the variation on the screen of the ultrasonic tester. As the transducer comes over to the hole, we get a dark line on the screen, which is the indication of for the hole. Now let's talk something about the screen. The screen is divided into the two parts. The upper part is A part and the lower part is the B part. The middle column shows the percentage of the reflection of the waves and the right column shows how deep your hole is located. Now we have two rows, one is for the part A and the other is for the part B. Now how to find the right location? The right depth of the hole will be in that row which does not have any blue color. The other row will be colored blue. Like in this case, the hole is 2.9 inch deep, which means in the B part of the screen. You can also see on the graphic area, we have a dark line in the lower part of the screen. The A row is totally colored blue, but this screen only tells us about the depth of the hole. But we have to find the horizontal distance of the hole with the scale. And that's all
Hello, my
about
name
it.
is Bhavandeep Singh Hansi, and here I would like to talk about our experiment. And the name of our experiment is ultrasound non-destructive testing. And discussion and the conclusion is my part. In discussion part, the hole apparatus tells the location of hole along y-axis, which is absolutely the right value. But to measure the horizontal distance, it was quite difficult because the use of scale enhances the chances of human error to find the exact location of the hole. Although in one way it tells us to find the major part of defect by the mean of percentage of reflection of waves. In all rest of the experiments we did so far included destruction properties, but these experiments can't be used in expensive materials, and these can cause small cracks to material which can result into a very big problem in some cases. So in such cases, non-destructive testers are the best to use which find defects without affecting the material. And in the conclusion, in the nutshell, the whole experiment was good enough to understand about NDT and their use. The use of ultrasonic tester can tell us the position of the defect, but it is very difficult to find the size of the air gap inside the sample. But we have to say it very beneficial to use such type of entities. There are many other entity processes which can give clear and better results with accuracy on size and location of defects. So this was the discussion and the conclusion part.